I think I can feel
कितना बड़ा हो गया रे?
Shipra.
क्या? कितना? ओह, यार से।
I think that's always been, the whole Australian and Indian identity. It's always been a controversial thing. I think a lot of people struggle in Sydney because you want the best of both worlds, and sometimes that's hard because they can conflict with each other. And I mean, I'm just as Australian as anyone else. I love watching rugby league, going out with friends, having a barbecue, all of that stuff. But then at the same time, there's this cultural roots that you can't ignore. Like they're there, and to come here and experience that, yeah, it's something I couldn't ignore. I've always been interested, so. Yeah, I guess at times it can be a conflict, but then at other times it's a really, it's almost like a gift because you have both. So you have the best of both worlds. So if you can think of it that way, it's good. Yeah. My expectations were quite high actually because my mum actually, she built it up so much with all the stories and everything. So I didn't imagine it like this big geographically. This is like really, really big. But I imagined a lot of people, and I imagined like the atmosphere to be like really divine and like, just a very crazy sort of atmosphere. So it's lived up to the expectations. There's so many people, and it's really big, and the atmosphere is really quite crazy and divine. So in that sense, it's lived up. Yeah.
And the crowds.
It means a lot to her, actually. Yeah, it means more to my mum than it does for me because she's been here in the '89 Kumbh and now coming back. So it's sort of revisiting her childhood memories, and especially with her brothers. So that whole scenario is, she relives that whole scenario, and then it's also because it's also special to her because she wanted to show us so we can better understand all those stories and all those memories. So it's really like a whole cultural connection of like the heritage. So it's quite special to her.
And do you think all Shankaracharya, sadhus and everybody what they're saying, that I believe just like a Saraswati, and we can take lot of things from them, we can learn from them, and we can use in our practical life, our day-to-day life, and we can share with others, and we can make a peace and harmony wherever we live in our environment. Not only just getting deep and listening pravachan and just go and say, okay, I'm going to get moksha, nirvana, not like that. People, kindness and very blessing. Lot of people, they do years and years, they create positive energy, they do kindness and everything. So we very lucky to see them, to listen them. Then something if we can take and share with wherever you are, in which place, wherever you live, with other peoples, I feel something I did and something that is honor to whoever people they are here, and that is the real nirvana for me being in the Kumbh. They are looking even other families, how they were just like I saw other family, they had a nylon um, something, cloth or something, they had something, or they tied it up each other. So just like, yeah, you bring together, move family like close to each other. How we care, sometimes we don't realize, or we say, oh my goodness, thank God. How when they grow up, they go, they live separate, but no, it's not really. We just like forget what we feel inside. So this is the like a time we think what is inside we feel, and how we, yes, so bring together all family together, then we know each other, how we care each other. So it's not like only going to nirvana, lot of like a practical day to day life, what we live, what we do, everything brings in here, and everything just teaches us lesson for day to day life, how we can become a better person what we are today.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of doubting it, you know, what's so special, but I thought if I come all the way from Sydney to another country, another city, and to the Mela, then I might as well just have a dip, you know, and experience it. And I was wrong to have any doubts because it was so good. Yeah, well, of course I'm proud of my Indian heritage. I mean, I'm proud of being Australian and like, you know, living in Sydney. And when people ask me, like, you know, where are you from? I'm always like, I'm from Australia and I'm from Sydney, and I'm really proud of that. But I guess, you know, India is part of my heritage, and it has, my roots are also linked back to India. So I should be able to experience what it's like here because I've experienced Sydney as well.